Here's a real-life Pokeball. This ordinary-looking suit will literally make you invisible, and this lets you control a drone with your mind. This Pokeball looks so real we can already see Pikachu popping out of it. These highly accurate Pokeball replicas are made out of finely detailed metal sheets. Each Pokeball has a button in the middle that glows when it detects motion and glows even brighter when the ball is touched. Thanks to its touch and proximity sensing technology, you can also use the touch-sensitive name plaque on the front of the case to adjust the light and its colour. This hammer is the real-life version of Thor's hammer from the MCU. And by real, we mean very real. This thing can do anything Mjolnir could. The hammer uses a specially designed AI which allows people to summon it to themselves. As for the circuits that make everything work, it's actually pretty simple. There's a power key on the hammer that also functions as a charging port. When the key is removed, the electromagnet gets activated, causing it to stick to any magnetic surface with over 500 pounds of force. The magnet can be deactivated by shorting terminals built into the hammer's handle. And if you're wondering how the hammer manages to fly across the room, you see, the hammer is mounted on a cable system that functions similarly to a 3D printer. The system uses 3 cables that allow the hammer to fly in any direction. This self-healing fabric could literally change the future. It uses nanotechnology to repair damaged items at a molecular level. Scientists envision this tech to be used in armor and medicine in the future. We don't know about you, but we can't wait to get our hands on some self-healing shorts, to avoid being embarrassed, if you know what we mean. There's finally a flying car. The flying car from Kitty Hawk is probably the most unique looking aircraft, but that's the best part about it. Instead of going the usual route and making a super futuristic flying car, Kitty Hawk has gone for a more fun design. The best part about these vehicles is that you don't need a flying license to drive this thing. This suit will make you invincible. While it may look like any other suit, the Garrison Bespoke suit is completely bulletproof. The best part about this suit is that it can be worn pretty much everywhere. Going to work? Put on your bulletproof suit. Going out for dinner? The Garrison bulletproof suit is here for you. No longer do you have to worry about heavy, sweat-inducing Kevlar coming between your style and safety. Garrison uses light carbon nanotubes to bulletproof the fabric for your comfortable, custom-tailored bespoke suit. Now, obviously, take the terms light and comfortable with a grain of salt since it's still some heavy-duty stuff, but we can't really complain since it literally can save someone's life. Believe it or not, some of the insects around you might not be real. They might actually be tiny little robots. These things have actually been in development since the early 1970s, but developers think that they're finally ready to be deployed. The majority of robot insects are powered by a laser that's pointed toward the photovoltaic cell attached to the bug. An integrated circuit and microcontroller supply power to the bug's wings to control the robot's speed and direction. The lightweight and small size of these robots allows them to run on only a few volts of electricity across both hard and soft surfaces, as well as water. The Kuratas robot is the ultimate dream for any sci-fi geek. The thing is that it's fully customizable. You can choose what goes into your suit. That means weapons, gadgets and armor. You have free range over it all. A person can sit inside this massive 12-foot robot and control all of its movements through a high-tech control panel. Now, considering the suit's size and weight, it's understandable that it moves slowly at about 6 miles per hour, but to make up for that, it can be literally armed to the teeth with whatever you want. So, a pretty fair bargain. The Thunder night vision binoculars are probably one of the best night vision devices available right now. These low-light sights have a 984-foot infrared night vision range, 3 times optical zoom, and an IP56 dust and water resistance rating. They'll work for hours on just a pair of AA batteries. But wait, there's more! Now, what's the most important part of spy work? It's collecting evidence, of course, which is why you can save the footage you captured with these devices to the 32GB flash card included in the device, and then copy it to your computer when you're finished. If you've ever wanted to ride around in the Batmobile but just couldn't ever get your hands on one, well, this is the next best thing. Sure, the Gotham golf cart won't jump a half-destroyed bridge or plough through walls, but it will make you look totally badass. A lot of superheroes use thermal vision to locate their enemies. Well, now you can do the same. With the help of this HD thermal viewer, you now have the power of thermal vision. It has a range of 750 yards, allowing you to see things from greater distances. This thing provides authentic heat signatures, which means you'll have the best thermal vision that is possible in real life. Mind control is probably the coolest superpower out there. Well, we've got some really good news. You can now control a drone with your mind. Called the Puzzbox Orbot, this innovative gadget is controlled by the electrical impulses of the brain. Simply put on the headband and watch yourself control the drone with your mind alone. Which basically means all you have to do is think and the headband will send the drone signals telling it what to do. Dubbed the Iron Man suit by the Pentagon, the Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit, or TALOS, is a highly sophisticated robotic exoskeleton meant to be worn by soldiers while engaged in combat. The suit assists soldiers in monitoring their vitals, surviving gunfire, and even seeing in the dark. TALOS also increases the soldier's strength since it has been specially engineered to enhance any movement or action the person wearing it performs. Now, to understand this fully, let's say you were to throw a punch. Under normal circumstances, what's the most it could do? Bruise someone? Maybe even knock them out if you've got a really good punch, but that's as far as it goes. Well, if you were to throw this same punch while wearing the TALOS exoskeleton, it would be strong enough to literally go through someone's face. Now that's some serious power. Ever wanted to fly like Iron Man? Well, then take a look at this jet suit. Powered by 5 jet turbines, the gravity suit can make you fly just like Tony Stark. Each arm has 2 engines attached for control, and then there's a bigger turbine at the back, right next to the fuel tank. The $380,000 suit burns through a gallon of fuel every minute, meaning that while untethered flight is possible, you won't be up in the air for more than a couple of minutes. Still, this is the fastest body-controlled jet suit ever built. In fact, it's even got a Guinness World Record for going over 85 miles per hour. Just look at it go, it's so fast. Oh, and for context, that's about the same as the interstate speed limit on a jet suit. This is the world's first electrified wingsuit. While it's not based on any superhero movie, it's definitely going to give you superpowers as it allows you to soar through the skies. Powered by 2 impellers with a 15 kilowatt output, the wingsuit lets you move up and down in midair as you fly. Everything is made out of carbon fiber for minimal weight. Plus, there's a 50-volt battery attached to the chest that can produce thrust for up to 15 minutes. The throttle and brake controls are mounted on the sleeve, and using them is also super easy. But none of it comes cheap, as a single suit can cost around $800,000. These bionic boots can turn you into a superhuman. Built to look like a pair of tech boots, these can not only help you run faster but also jump higher. They're loaded with spear gun springs that store energy in each stride and release as you move forward, and this makes you fly higher with each step. Plus, you can even adjust the springs to achieve your desired level of bounce. While the spring blades look uncomfortable, the boots have ample padding to prevent any sort of injuries. What's more, they're fully compatible with all terrain types. So whether you're running on tarmac or on gravel, these $1,000 boots have got you covered. Impressive, right? Alright, comment down below which of these gadgets you want for yourself. Consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.